what really sucks? The pain that comes with living a traumatic childhood. Do you know what really, really sucks? Is reliving that pain as an adult. Every single time you think about it, when you think about what happens, it re-triggers the memories, and then you relive it all over again. And you find yourself asking, like, why? Why do I have to keep reliving this? Why do I have to keep remembering it? Why do I have to keep feeling this pain over and over and over? The good news is you don't have to. Think about it. How are you supposed to live your happily ever after if you're continually plagued by the pain of your childhood memories? Every time you get triggered and you read a book or you see a movie and you smell a smell, something that happens that triggers that memory for you and you find yourself reliving it. How are you supposed to live your happily ever after when that happens? I want you to know that you can live your happily ever after. You can live your mental, physical, financial, and spiritual happily ever after when you learn to heal your inner child. And the way to do that is to go beyond your story. We all have a story, right? All of us who have experienced that traumatic childhood, we have a story. That story that we tell ourselves and others, if we share it, about what happened, what it felt like, how awful we felt, how hurtful it was, how painful it was, how angry we are at the people who victimized us. And we keep bringing up that story over and over and over. And that creates very, very negative vibrations in the body. Now remember, we live in a vibrational universe. Everything is energy. So if you're concentrating on the negative emotions, the negative feelings, the pain, the grief, the anger, the degradation, the guilt, if you're concentrating on those negative feelings and emotions, you're going to keep yourself in that vibration of negativity. And then in your life, as you look around and you don't have those fulfilling relationships, or you keep attracting the wrong people, the wrong friends, the wrong coworkers, the wrong job, and you keep saying, why does this keep happening to me? It's because that's where you're vibrating. That's what your energy is calibrated to. Now, you might be listening to this thinking, Nancy, you're all wet. That doesn't make sense to me. But I can promise you, if you're watching this video, somewhere deep inside of you, you have this knowing, this understanding, and you've been asking for answers. Because if you didn't, you would not have attracted this video to you. Remember, everything is energy. Everything is attraction-based. We live in an attraction-based universe. So whether this message is exactly the message that you need to hear, or this message is a stepping stone to the next 20 messages that you need to hear or are asking for answers for, just know that the fact that you attracted this video, the answers are coming to you. Because when we're stuck in that negativity, when we're feeling that grief or that pain of reliving those memories over and over and over again, that becomes a pattern of habit. And then we identify ourselves with that. We think, well, that's who I am. That's what happened. How can anything change? It's what happened. You can't change what happened. And you're right. You can't change what happened, but you can change how you feel about what happened. And that's where the magic is. That's where the healing comes from. When you understand how to heal the feelings and emotions that are attached to those memories, oh my gosh, it's like that becomes your happily ever after. Because then you can think about what happened, but the feelings and emotions associated with what happened are no longer there. And that is such a gift. That is the best gift you can give yourself. Now, if you're wondering how you might get started with this, when you find yourself really steeped in those negative emotions. Maybe you're triggered by something. For me, there would be certain smells. For me, there was this lip balm that whenever I would smell this lip balm, I would right away just choke up and just feel all this choking up right here and suffocation, because that's what the person who victimized me used to wear, and that smell was in my face. And so when I would smell that, it would be a trigger for me. There were many triggers for me, but as I learned how to let go of the negative feelings associated with the triggers, that's when my healing really began. And I'm here to tell you that every day can feel like a day where you want to party like purple. Once you learn how to go beyond your story, how to heal those childhood emotions and feelings that are associated with whatever you experienced. So when you notice those triggers, when something comes on, the first thing that you want to do is pay attention, and that might sound like, duh, I know, I am paying attention, that's why I felt the trigger. But you know what? No, you're not paying attention. Because this is what we learn to do. We resist it, right? When we smell that smell or hear that sound or hear that voice or, are in that environment again, we kind of have that freezing, that flight or fight, and we're just like that hypervigilance. That's where we are, and we resist it because it doesn't feel good. So now, the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself is when you recognize it, stop and say, oh, okay, I feel it coming on. Now, I want to think a better feeling thought than the one I'm thinking right now. And in the moment, it might be really difficult for you to think of something that feels better to you. So think about something that's happening for someone that you know. Maybe a friend of yours just bought a new house or bought a new car, had a baby, got a new puppy, I don't know, won the lottery. Anyway, they're so over the moon jazzed, and you're happy for them. Start thinking about that. Because all you need to do is hold on to a better feeling thought for 16 seconds for your energy and your vibration to start to shift. And once it starts to shift from that negative to positive, that's when you start to feel like your power's coming back. That's when you start to feel like you actually have a choice in how you're living your life. Another thing that can really be helpful is to pay attention to how you start out your day. I mean, when you wake up in the morning, we have a tendency to kind of start our day with whatever was going through our mind from the night before. So if we were having, negative thoughts, if we were thinking about something that didn't sit well with us, if we were once again mulling over that, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Or maybe because we're so steeped in those feelings and emotions, we're attracting negativity into our life. And so we're asking, why has this happened? Why is my bank account the way it is? Why is my house the way it is? Why can't I move? Why does my job suck? Whatever that negativity is, if that's what you go to bed thinking, more than likely, that's what you're going to wake up with. So when you wake up in the morning, the first thing, pay attention to what's going on in your mind. And not only that, pay attention to how you're feeling. Because are you waking up to that very familiar negative feeling? And I'm saying negative because I don't want to put words in your mouth. You choose. What is the feeling that you're feeling? Oh God, here we go again. Another day, the same. This is going to happen the same as this yesterday. So pay attention to that. What are you thinking and what are you feeling? And then make it a point to sit down, and if you meditate, that would be a perfect time to meditate so that you free your mind of any of the negativity that's coming up for you. But if you don't meditate, if you've not gotten there yet, you can start your day by setting an intention and really think about it. Say, what is my intention for today. Now, your intention is different from your to-do list. Your to-do list is all of those things that you want to get done. But your intention is, how do I want to live my day today? Because nobody chooses to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to just plan on having a crappy day today. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be disgruntled. I'm going to be miserable. We don't consciously choose that. That's not what we want. So think about it. You have the power to do this. And remember, if you were strong enough to live through the trauma, you are definitely strong enough to heal the trauma. If you need any help with this, if you need some guidance with your morning intuition, your morning thoughts, your morning intentions, I encourage you to download my manifesting journal on Amazon. You can use this as a great tool. It has daily, step-by-step opportunities and practices that'll walk you through every single day until you get that practice where you're going through it and you just like, oh yeah, now my day is becoming more positive. I see. And you know, this might sound so easy. You might say, that's too easy. You don't understand, Nancy. My problems are huge. But your problems are huge because you're concentrating on your problems. And when you have a tool that can assist you in thinking about positive instead of negative, your vibration will change, your thoughts will change, your energy will change, the people around you will change, your circumstances will change. If you have any questions on this, visit me at masteringyourbeliefs.com. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.